bit round. I would like to welcome the Minister of Natural Resources, His Excellency Mr. David Abiamofo. From Qatar Energy, Mr. Ali Abdullah Almana, welcome. From Total Energies, Mr. Arthur Nunes da Silva, welcome. From BG Shell, Mr. Mark Regis, and from Petronas, Mr. Samri Baseri. Of course, welcome to our members of our Board of Executive Directors, members of the Supervisory Board of Staatsolie, Director of Staatsolie Hydrocarbon Institute, other delegation members of our distinguished guests today, members of the media, and of course the Staatsolie project team and Staatsolie staff. It is a pleasure to welcome you today at the signing ceremony of the awarded contracts of the Demerara Bit Road. As we know, the deep offshore has its challenges, and that's why we are extremely and extra pleased that you as our partners in this area who are willing to take up this challenge with us. Thank you again. We will start with the signing of Block 65. So I welcome Mr. Mark Regis, Minister Abiamofo, Anand Jagisar to take a seat, and Mr. Ali Almana. Before we start, I would like to give the word to our CEO, Mr. Anand Jagisar, to say something. Yes.
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 Good morning, everybody. We are proud on behalf of Suriname, again, to sign 3 new blocks in the offshore. This is our third bidding round in a short time, in 3 years, as a matter of fact. The last one in the shallow shore was just announced on November the 7th. So you can see that Staatsolie is really aggressively putting their blocks for further investigation by our trusted partners, and we want to thank them as well. I know Ali, you came yesterday from all the way from Qatar. Arthur was still busy yesterday to Orden to sort everything out. And Mark Regis, I don't know when you came in, but welcome. You always appreciate to have you here together with Shell. So yeah, we are working on the exploration of the offshore. I think it's very important that we want to be recognized, Staatsolie wants to be recognized as a trusted and professional partner. So we always keep to the rules and regulations and law, of course. So it's the petroleum law, it's the production sharing contract, and I think the past years we have shown to the partners that we always keep to the rules. There is nothing else that is involved, and if there is an interpretation issue in the production sharing contracts, we are always open to listen. This is the professional party we want to be. I think the proposition of win-win, it looks simple and it looks like a dead horse, but it's very important because we have things to offer. We have offshore where you have a great source rock, and we have proven oil research now, and you have great capabilities in finding oil and developing the oil. So together, let's make it good to the benefit of the Surinamese nation. That's what Staatsolie works for, and you can always depend on us, and together with you, we'll be very successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. And of course, as the operator in Block 65, Please, Mr. Regis.
Thank you very much. Dr. the Honorable David Abiamofo, Minister of Natural Resources of the Republic of Suriname, members of the Board of Directors of Statsoli, Mr. Jagasar, Managing Director of Statsoli, Mrs. Vandana Gangaram Pandey, Director of Statsoli Hydrocarbon Institute, Ali Alamana, representative of our partner Qatar Energy, fellow block awardees of Total and Petronas, members of the media, other distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm proud to sit here today on behalf of Shell to sign the production sharing contract for Deepwater Block 65, along with our partner Qatar Energy. Today's signing ceremony is a culmination of several months of dialogue with the regulator, Statsoli Hydrocarbon Institute, during which we successfully negotiated the terms for the PSC for Block 65. I wish to thank Mrs. Gangaram Pandey and her team at SHI for the collaborative way we have worked to get to this happy point. We could not have done this alone. This is a true testament of the power of partnership. In the spirit of genuine partnership, Shell looks forward to working in step with all stakeholders, including our partner Qatar Energy, to explore the block as operator in the exploration phase. Shell has a leading global deepwater portfolio, and the acquisition of new acreage in the Suriname-Guyana basin creates an opportunity to enhance an already advantaged position. As an emerging exploration basin, Suriname forms part of Shell's strategy to pursue high-value exploration plays in South Atlantic basins, where we believe we have a differentiated capabilities and deep geological understanding. Shell is actively pursuing pathways to grow its footprint in Suriname as part of its wider strategy to deliver mid-term growth and seek exploration opportunities in areas which have potential to become competitive heartland positions. Exploration will remain a fundamental part of Shell's activities as we deliver our goals of providing more and cleaner energy. Our exploration strategy is focused on delivering short-term value through established ventures, but also encompasses seeking mid-term growth by expanding our heartlands with selective investment in emerging basins like Suriname, Guyana. Our focus remains on value over volume. This means we will continue to be selective in our exploration and new business development, with a high expectation of returns and scrutinizing opportunities to ensure they are a good fit with our Powering Progress goal to achieve net zero emissions. In closing, we look forward to future opportunities and our possible contribution to the future development of Suriname's energy sector. I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Marguerite. Very good. And now, expanding our partnership from the shallow offshore to the deep offshore, I now welcome Mr. Ali Almana.
Well, good morning, everyone. Your Excellency, thank you for your hospitality. It gives me great pleasure to be here, and I wasn't prepared to give a speech, but I'm always put on the spot, and I like it better because I can speak my mind, so without any preparation. Always great to be here, and this is my second visit to Suriname, and I'd like to express my gratitude to Your Excellency and your team and Satsoli and our partners, Shell. We are very glad to be part of this journey. When I look at Suriname, I see a bright future. It reminds me of my home country, Qatar, years back. And I'd like to say that I'm very excited to be part of this journey to see Suriname prosper in the future. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We will now go over to the signing. ladies and gentlemen, and that concludes the signing of Block 65. I want to thank Mr. Mark Regis, and then we will get over to the signing of Block 64 and welcome Mr. Nunes. Yes, also Mr. Baseri, yes. And then we take a minute just to arrange everything and the seating, of course. Thank you, gentlemen. We can go over. As operator of Block 64, I would like to give Mr. Arthur Nunes da Silva the opportunity to say something.
Okay. So good morning, and sorry for my accent. So guten Morgen and Fawaka. First of all, obviously, I would like to thank Statsoli as, I would say, Suriname representative and our great partnership, I mean, Qatar Energies and Petronas for the teams that worked on getting that work done in the right time. It's always lengthy discussions. It's a number of hours, but I think that everybody did it in a constructive and cooperative way, and looking at the best for the GV and also Suriname. It was a very healthy collaboration and the discussions with the contractor group, with Statsoli. I think that we have aligned motivations, and also we have put in place a good contract to make sure that we get the most value of what are Suriname resources for the benefit of the two parties. Qatar Energy and Petronas are really legacy partners, and with Total Energies we have many GVs around the world. Just to mention some, in both sides of the Atlantic, we have Angola and Brazil, and I think that these partnerships have been successful, and I hope it will be the same. So maybe shortly, as operator, obviously we are ready to open this new chapter. As you know, we are working hard in getting already the most value from Block 58, but we want to continue exploration, and as a proof is obviously the blocks that we took earlier on 6 and 8, but today it demonstrates again that we believe that it's worth investigating and exploring Suriname deep offshore basin. So looking forward to build a strong position in Suriname, Mr. Minister, and exploring this block for new plays with our key partners, Statsoli, obviously, and Qatar Energies and Petronas, and having a joint success that in our exploration efforts for the benefit of our GV, but above all for the benefit of Suriname. So we are glad to be here to sign this contract today. Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Da Silva, thank you very much for a wonderful message. I want to go over to Mr. Samari Baseri, and after that, we will go over to signing.
Thank you very much, Madam C. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Petronas, also our partners, I would like to thank Statsoli SHI for the support throughout these 6 months in getting this PAC to where we are today. And we look forward to more activities to be carried out in the block in coming years. Thank you.
So with that, we completed the signing of Block 64. Thank you very much. Maybe a picture moment. Oh, yes, good. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yes, good. Yes, right. Yeah. Great. I want to ask Mr. Samri Baseri to please stay. Yeah. Yeah. No. So I think we can immediately go to the signing of Block 63. So that was a quick one. Thank you. Before we conclude, I would like to ask Anand to say
Yes.
something.
Yes, before the minister speaks,
Yes.
and he always has to speak as the last person. So
Yeah.
I just want to thank a couple of groups, of course, Staatsuli, the people that worked on making these blocks as interesting to have these big parties and partners in the world become interested in the blocks. So I'm looking at the offshore directorate, for negotiating that, and I want to single out Mrs. Daniela Hercule. She accepted another job within the company, but even then she relentlessly concluded these contracts. We are very grateful to you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. And then I think I have to thank the partners. Great job. Of course, to recognize that we are very interesting. But we have a partnership with you in other blocks already with all of you. So we will do great things in the future, but we really appreciate you being in Suriname and you working together with Suriname. From our side, we'll make it great. And then maybe one of the last ones, I want to thank the press because, yeah, they say the press is the fourth power in the country. And we are always open and transparent. You can put all your questions to us. I think that's important in a well-organized and successful country. So thank you for being here and reporting this. I know it's not easy because there's a lot going on in the country. And as last, I have to thank the government because they have to agree to sign the production sharing contracts, but especially Minister David Abiamofo, who I think I have never had a discussion with him where he was not very cooperative and constructive. and always supporting Staatsoli to do its work. Minister, thank you very much. I know you're very busy. I think you're traveling one of these days even. So we really appreciate your support, and we will repay your support with success. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nicely said. Okay, and now I have the pleasure to invite Mr. Abiambofo for the closing remarks. Yeah.
Thank you, Diana. The chairperson of the supervisory board, Sadang, and other members of the supervisory board, the managing director, Mr. Jagesar, other directors, and senior leadership of Staatsoli, and representatives of BG International, of Total Energies, Petronas, but also of Qatar Energy International, the media, the press in the back. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. And indeed, a great pleasure, and I'm honored, I must say, to be present here this morning for the signing of production sharing agreements with Total Energies, Qatar Energy International, Petronas, and BG International, and of course relating to the blocks 63, 64, and 65 in the Demerara deep waters of Suriname. And Staatsoli, as a 100% state-owned company, we have permitted Staatsoli mining rights, and thus they have been allowed the private rights to explore, to develop, but also to produce oil and gas within the borders of Suriname in agreement with the mining decree and also of the Petroleum Act. So legally, Staatsoli became the holder of the hydrocarbon rights, and through PSCs can grant contractors the sole, the exclusive right to conduct petroleum operations, petroleum operations, explorations, development, and production for its own account and risk within the defined contract area. So Staatsoli thus has the right, has the power, has the authority to enter into PSCs with third parties on behalf of the Republic of Suriname. And Staatsoli's leadership, of course, fulfilling its given authority. That's what brings us here this morning for this memorable moment. So what I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, I want to stress, I want to emphasize local content. That's currently a topic of priority on the agenda of both the public, but of course also the private sector in Suriname, and is fully acknowledged in this PSC. I just want to mention that where applicable, the contractor shall give preference to materials, to services, but also to products produced in Suriname. Secondly, the contractor shall give preference to local firms in Suriname to carry out any works. And this means that tender invitations should be accessible for our own local companies, and if possible, timely. Thirdly, the contractor and its subcontractors, they shall, to the maximum extent possible, employ with priority nationals of Suriname. And of course, we expect a yearly contribution for social responsibility and local content development. And as I look at you, Mark, Arthur, Ali, and Samri, Anand, the government of Suriname, we will have a close watch on the implementation of the local content and social responsibility content, as mentioned in the PSCs, from the start of the exploration program, and that's just to make sure that Suriname and our people, we can optimally benefit from the developments in the oil and gas sector in Suriname. I would also like to point out that the government of Suriname, we count on Staatsolie and the partners to perform all activities in a safe manner for people, but also for the environment, and in accordance with applicable and best industry standards, and also abiding to Suriname's commitments to international climate change standards and policies. That's what we expect. And in closing, I just want to emphasize that my ministry, that the government of Suriname, we have the full confidence, belief in Staatsolie, and we support the leadership. And all I want to say at the end is that I wish the contracting parties all the success, and I look forward to the positive outcomes of these contracts, to the benefits, of course, of the companies, to the benefit of Staatsolie, but for me, most importantly, the benefit of the Surinamese people. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your presence today. And we are going over to a picture moment. I propose we start with block 65. In front of the table, please. Yes. If we can, yeah. Okay, let's start with Petronas first, as the banner is already up. Then is block 63. Yeah. Minister, yes. Yeah. Yes, the yellow one is 63. Yeah. Great. The signing page is 140, if I'm not mistaken. I'm showing off. Okay. Mr. Samri, yes, I invite you to stage block 64. I'm inviting also Mr. Ali and Mr. Nunes da Silva. That's the blue one, yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 141, yeah. Yeah. If we can change the banner, then I would invite our new partners in Block 65, Mr. Mark Regis and Mr. Ali Almana, the green one. Yeah. No, no. Check for the zekerheid. Yes, please. I think we have concluded the signing. Thank you again all very much for your presence today. Everyone for the hard work preceding this moment, and we will continue towards success. Thank you. I can kindly ask the press to direct any questions to Mr. Anuja Gisser or to the Minister of Natural Resources. Yes, thank you so much. Yes, there you are.